welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Wen and I'm the founder and CEO of SushiVid. SushiVid is a 4-year-old influencer marketing company. We work with influencers on a cost per post, cost per sale and cost per share basis. So whether you want to just go by commission or you want to go by per post like an advertising model, let us know and we'll be there to help you out. Today I will be sharing with you about the evolution of SushiVid. How did I pivot the company to where it is today? Okay, so we started off obviously with just videos in mind because that's why we call it SushiVid video. In part because I was once upon a time an aspiring actress and I really love the trade. I love creating content. I love acting in general. So I wanted, and I knew how difficult it was when I was an actress. How it was like I had to go for casting all the time and I never heard back, and a lot of times they've already made up their mind before they even called me, and then I just go to kind of like fill in the gap. So I really dislike that, and when I thought of running a startup, the first thing I thought about is how can I impact people who want to create. The sad thing is that Malaysian creators, the Malaysian influencers, Malaysian actors have got such pity service. So 5 years ago when I started the company, I really wanted something that really impacted actors, and that's why I started SushiVid. But over time I realized that a lot of them also have Instagram, and Instagram is sort of like a visual, like a easier way, and we started moving towards Instagram. So we have SushiVid for YouTube and Instagram, and it turned out Instagram is a lot more easier to sell because the content is a lot easier to make compared to YouTube, and there are a lot more influencers on Instagram than there are on YouTube. So naturally we moved a little bit more towards Instagram. But YouTubers, you always have a soft spot in my heart, okay? So after that, what we did was we went on to add on Twitter, we add on Twitch, we added a lot more other platforms. But also when we started the business, I really wanted it to be like a marketplace, like brands come in, influencers come in, and you guys chit chat and get it out, right? I wanted it to be like that, but it didn't become just that, right? Because we realized that they can't just you come in and chit chat and get it done. It's sort of like we needed more than that. Like they needed like a lot of brands, they're unaware of the steps it takes to build something. They're unaware of what is next, what do they do now, like how do they decide. They're just lost. And the influencers, on the other hand, also I realized have a lot of difficulties because actors, I mean, behind every actor there is producers, there is script writers, there are makeup artists, there are like project managers that manage the timing and everything, right? So influencers are the same. They kind of need like the whole crew, but they're just one person. And so we realized that, and we quickly built a collaboration tool. So we've made it into a project management software for influencer marketing rather than just a place where brands meet influencers. So that is the first, sort of the first pivot. A collaboration tool, payments, we include agreements, we include a lot more stuff for the brands and the influencers, right? And then right after that, what happened was, because we now have a huge amount of influencers, like we have 12,000 influencers today. Now that we have this much influencers, and not all of them get jobs because there are not as many brands as there are influencers, we realized that, okay, we need to find a way to make sure that all our influencers get jobs. And a lot of them tend to drop out after a while because they're like, yeah, something doesn't work. Like I've proposed so many times, I never got a job. So we started creating one where, how about they don't need to create a proposal, they just need to share something. So a lot of brands, they make content on YouTube, they make content on Instagram, but they're just not getting the reach. But the influencers have the reach. So why don't we merge the two together? So the brands put up a content on SushiVid's app called Goshella, and influencers share the content for like $1. So after that, we started something called Published by Goshella, which was slightly unsuccessful. Published by Goshella is just brands looking for publishers. They already created the content, they just want somebody to publish it for them. We realized in Malaysia, because the market is so fragmented, like there is Malay content, there's Malay casual content, there's English content, there is Malaysian English content, there's Chinese content, there's all kinds of content. So it's not so straightforward, and also because we don't have a database of publishers the way we have a database of influencers, therefore we built the solution Publish, but we didn't we didn't really come up with it. So that was one pivot that we didn't do quite well. After we did Publish by Goshella, then I had a new idea, which is we wanted to build a performance-based influencer marketing, because a lot of brands were saying like, okay, I want to be able to measure the campaigns, I want it to be linked to sales. And so we started to look into commission-based influencer marketing, which is why we came up with confirmplushop.com. It's Confirm Plus Shop. It's like, you know, in Singapore, people always have this like, yeah, sure, this is correct, I confirm plus shop. You know, that's how they say it. So Confirm Plus Shop is like a guarantee, right? So Confirm Plus Shop is a platform where influencers can own an e-commerce store, and the products in the e-commerce store they can source from our platform in SushiVid. So SushiVid has all these products that they can sample, and every time they get a sample, they make a content, they make a commission out of it, and they have a shop. So the thing that couldn't connect the dots was that a lot of times we want to work with like marketplaces and want to work with e-commerce players, but we realized that some of them may not have the tech team to be able to connect. And so a lot of influencers don't trust, because they're like, yeah, they say I sold 5, but I think I sold 10. So there's always this disconnect, and there's always this, you know, misalignment of trust. And that's why SushiVid comes in as a player in between, and it's like, okay guys, don't fight. We know the exact number because it's sold from our platform. And also we didn't want the users to have to like, you know, click on this item and then go to Shopee, or click on that item and then go to another website. We wanted everything to be aggregated on our platform. So if you just say I'm an influencer, all you need is just my platform and you'll be able to see everything. So like if I'm a user, if I follow this particular influencer, all I want to see is all her contents, all her products that are on sale. I don't want to have to click on this and go here, click on that and go there. So if you're interested to look at that, it's one.confirmplushop.com. That is my site, and it has some products there right now. We literally just launched like 4 days ago. I'm really excited. We also launched live stream just because we realized there's been a huge demand for live streaming, especially, I mean, whatever websites, right? Even Shopee Live, Lazada Live, we have Joox Live, we have Bigo Live, we have YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, we have Taobao Live. So there's just so many different kinds of live streams, even like, you know, gaming live streams. We just really started dabbling into that. So it's interesting, like, you know, the last 5 years, we started off like 4.5 years ago when I started, it was just a YouTube thing, and now it's just kind of evolved into like a whole e-commerce thing as well. So that is the pivots that I've done and the way I've moved the company around. I don't think any pivot, I mean, there was one failure in all my pivots, but the rest of them were just kind of like a progression of the business and how we grew the business. And if you're wondering why I haven't expanded to other countries, it's just because like I'm just really grateful I haven't, because there's just so much to do in Malaysia alone that, I mean, if I had gone over and with the whole COVID-19, I may have not survived. So this is it. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you. Follow me, subscribe, and do the necessary. Leave me a comment if you like this. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful week, and have a victorious day, and stay safe. And I've lost my voice. Thank you. Goodbye.